Hello. Yeah, my name is Jabin Jose, and my chest number is 3, and he's Abby Jose.
Hello everyone, my name is Anne Vijay, speaker 1.
I am Jaden James, speaker 2.
So I would like to start this debate with the quote of Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee. If India is not secular, then India is not India at all. However, there are different kind of westernization which had impacted Indian culture. Okay, according to that, joint family, we are known for our joint family, marriages, humanism, change in dress and food are certain points which has, like issued foreign cultures. So I would start like with joint family. We are known for joint family, but due to westernization, families like there are not that kind of bond which earlier there used to be in a family. And like people are going abroad and leaving their parents behind, which they are certainly going for their jobs and all, but that doesn't mean they should sacrifice their loved ones over here. And about the marriages, there are a reason, like there have been a rise of divorces right now, and due to Western cultures and change of opinions. Other than that, humanism. We are known for humanism. If we are someone like, we would help people if we see in a certain road also. Okay.
Good evening to one and all present here. So our topic is that foreign culture is becoming a hindrance to Indian culture and we are against the topic. So the practice of sati and untouchability as we know it was banned by the Britishers, an influence of foreign culture on Indian culture. So imagine if we still had the system of sati and untouchability going on, what would be India's socio-economic status right now? Moreover, modern values that we so-called pride ourselves on, like secularism, democracy, fraternity, humanism, are all ideologies borrowed by foreign constitutions like France, Germany, and Poland. Further, William Bentinck was a British viceroy which was prevailing during the British rule. He was the one who advocated for the fact that Indians should learn the hard sciences, which included physics, chemistry, and math. And for the fact that India, we have a prevalence of so many engineers and doctors is solely for this fact that he deemed it important, according to the foreign culture, that Indians too should have this kind of educational reform in their system. Further, urbanization, as we all know it, has brought in more job opportunities, also an influence of the foreign culture on the Indian culture. Further, telegraph and postal system, which was then prevalent in the foreign culture, has now been embedded into the Indian culture. Like whatever railways, as we all know it, was started by the Britishers, a heavy impact of the foreign culture. Without the railways, without our local trains, where would we be now? Further, I would like to quote Ralph Waldo. He said that culture opens a new sense of beauty, and the fact that the more and more we restrict ourselves to Indian culture, we will be losing out on foreign culture.
Okay, first of all, let's start with what we here are for. That is Talentia. Talentia itself was started by lighting a lamp. It's an Indian culture. You start with your Indian culture. You start with something where you are from. I believe culture always plays an important role in everyone's life, whether it would be you, me, or any one of y'all. So if you see over here, we can see everyone is maybe wearing a shirt or pant, but we always know that when there is a traditional day or anything, we know that we are supposed to wear a cultural dress or cultural thing, right? For example, wearing a sari or churidar also represents us as an Indian. That's where we are from. Rather than that, I would also say, I also remember Shashi Tharoor saying that India is rich with cultures. And this, if we don't use these cultures, someday...
Let me reiterate, foreign culture is not a hindrance to Indian culture. Let's take a classic example. Dating back to the 1900s, there was a feminism movement in the USA. At that time, in India, women were not given the status they have today. Because of the feminist movement in the USA, in India, it had a severe impact. It gave rise to today's model called Savitri Bai Phule. She drew inspiration and she advocated for the fact that women should also get an equal right to education.
Okay. Again, first, they were talking about concepts, ideas, and inspiration. All three are we are just borrowing the ideologies or concepts. We are not changing our culture through it. That's it. You can continue.
So when you talk about Talentia being started with the lighting of a lamp, don't you think Talentia dance has hip hop in it? Don't you think they have contemporary styles of dancing? Don't you think that is something we should take from the foreign culture and if still imbibe the Indian cultures of Bharatnatyam, Mohiniyattam and other classical dance forms?
Using an idea and concept is a different thing, and using it in a culture in a real life is a different thing. For example, if you've seen the hip hop dance, they also added Bharatnatyam to it. So it is always concepts and idea. Art is completely different because art comes within you, and I believe art has no culture or platform, but also you can mix and match whatever you think like. Because art is not constrict or you can't say that art is only this much. Art is your creativity. You can go limitless.
Let me also state an example. Today, even the government of India has realized and accepted that foreign culture is important and influences and is required in India. Let's talk about educational progress. It was in the news recently that the Gujarat gift city has accepted foreign universities to come to India. This is the first step towards educational progress. So when foreign universities come to India, there will be an exchange of culture apart from education, because people from there will come over here and we will also be able to have an impact of our culture on them.
Sorry, closure? So as Jebin rightly said that India is India is a secular country. So I think there is nothing too much more to it, because I believe our culture is our culture is important and we should stick to it. That's it. Thank you.
So we'd like to conclude by asserting that foreign culture is not a hindrance to Indian culture, be it in the abolition of sati, be it giving equal rights to women, be it the feminism movement, and be it educational progress apart from other factors. Foreign culture is not a hindrance to Indian culture. Thank you so much.